Hey everyone, it's Levi Peterson with New Heritage Fine Carpentry. Just wanted to take a minute to make a video to sort of introduce myself and the business to you guys and hopefully bring some clarity towards what I do and don't do. Maybe help you make the decision as to whether I would be a good fit for you and your project or not. So firstly, I just wanted to mention my company slogan, which is a thoughtful approach to timeless craft. Might be kind of self-explanatory, but what that means to me is just as a carpenter, I'd like to be known as someone who's thoughtful and methodical in the way that I approach building techniques, in the materials that I'd recommend for you to use in a particular space. Like if it sees a lot of water or high traffic, picking something that's durable and will wear and age well. And that kind of leads into the timeless craft part. I'd like to build something that'll last, that'll stand the test of time, that doesn't kind of come apart in 2 years, or something like that. Something that you can sort of keep with you as long as you keep the house and hopefully for generations to come. And so again, you might see that in the type of materials that I select and the construction methods that I opt for, and then in regards to the thoughtful approach part, that hopefully comes through in the way that I manage my time, in the way that I organize sub-trades if it's a bigger project, just trying to minimize downtime, maximize efficiency, and things like that. Another advantage or another factor, I'd like to speak about 5 factors kind of in regards to that slogan. So first one is I don't have any employees, which has pros and cons. One of the advantages is that you get a direct line of communication with me throughout the whole project. So the same person you talk to in the design phase is also the person doing the building and the install. So less likelihood for details to get lost sort of in the telephone game. And it doesn't mean that can't happen with bigger companies. It's just maybe a little bit easier to keep track of all the details if it's just one person. Next thing I'd like to mention is consistent quality standard. So again, since it's just me doing the work, hopefully the quality that I produce is as consistent as I can make it. It's not being passed through the hands of different people. And again, that can be done well if a company has good company culture and they promote those values. But since it's just me, it's as consistent as I can be. Thirdly, I have both carpentry and cabinetry experience. Started in the trades working with my dad for his building company here in town that he's a part of. I learned how to build houses from foundation to finish. I only did that for 2 years, so it gave me a good general knowledge of best practices, which is helpful in the type of interior work that I do. But if you wanted to do something large scale, like an expansion or an engineered renovation, that would be outside of my skill set and capability. And I know plenty of really talented builders in town that I could recommend you to. But if you'd like to kind of rearrange your interior space, give it an update, make it feel more like home, maybe move some walls around, move some doors around, and just sort of update the look, flooring, trim, cabinets, railings, things like that I love to do to make a space feel more like your home. And then the cabinetry aspect, after doing 2 years of building with my dad, I moved into cabinetry. Did that for about 4 years between 2 local businesses here. Learned proper cabinet construction methods and install methods as well from really talented guys at both places, and still have good relationships with them. So if you're wanting to do something larger scale or just want like a spray finish that I can't produce on site, sometimes I'll subcontract work out to them so you can still get the cabinet grade quality, and we just work with their schedule and then I can install it for you. If that's something you're interested in, or if it's too big for me to be able to do it efficiently, like a full kitchen, kitchenette, or bar, that would just be too costly for me to do, we can subcontract it out to them. You know, you get a good industry standard price, and then I can do the install. I communicate with them directly to get that all organized for you. Another aspect I'd like to talk about is I enjoy doing customized projects. So I like to put that cabinetry sort of detailed training to use kind of most specifically in customized projects built to fit and suit your space. So maybe built-ins that really couldn't be created with stuff from the box store, or, you know, sort of standard cabinetry sizes if it has to be something really customized. I love to do stuff like that. Just specialty details built to suit your needs, that's on a small enough scale that it's still affordable for me to do it as one man on site, and just maybe solve some problems with your space, you know, on a small scale in a way that's affordable and enjoyable for you. And then the last thing I'd like to mention is transparent pricing. So that can mean different things to different people, but for me it just means an honest breakdown of what everything costs. So I don't necessarily do like every screw, but a box of screws costs this much, plywood costs this much, times, you know, 7 sheets or whatever. Flooring costs this much, trim costs this much. I'll give you my best guess on an estimate, and I just ask for flexibility so that if it costs more or I didn't account for this, that I can just charge you accordingly. And then I add my markup, which is displayed on the estimate or the invoice, and then I account for my hours. I'll keep track of those on I'll give my best guess for those on an estimate. Then I'll track those on the invoice, and I'll give that to you accordingly. So if I give you an estimate and it's maybe more than you're expecting, at least you can see why. It's not just a big number on a page, but it's all broken down. If you'd like to talk about different material selection, you know, we can do that. I usually have a reason for the things that I've chosen, and we can talk about that. And if you want that quality standard but you can't afford it right now, you know, at least you can maybe save for it and you know why it costs what it does. If there's room for some changes and we can bring the cost down for you by choosing some different materials, then we can have that conversation as well. But at least you can see it all, like nothing's hidden. And then the other advantage is that if I underestimated, or if it's a renovation and we run into a unforeseen issue, then I have a leg to stand on if I have to talk about maybe asking for more money, or redistributing the money throughout the project. I don't just have a big number to say I need more than this. You know, it's all broken down, so we can maybe take a little bit from here and put it over there. Or if it's just going to cost more and we maybe need to take out a whole aspect of the project, then we can do that too to work with your budget. But it's easier to track when it's all broken down line by line. So hopefully that helps. If any of that is appealing to you and you'd like to get more information, please reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you. You can call or text 250-253-7552, or you can check out my website or Instagram to see the type of work that I do. I'd love to meet you in person and talk about your project. And hopefully this brings some more clarity to who I am, what I'm about, what I do and don't do, and look forward to meeting with you guys. Talk soon. Thanks. Bye.